Hello students, Madhav Singla is here. We will continue our topic, how do we count the various goods and services and know the total production in each sector. Students, you know, thousands of goods are produced in every year in the economy. It is very difficult to add the goods. Some are in kilograms, some are in meters. So simple method is that we will take the value of goods and services. Suppose 1000 units are produced, 1000 units of a commodity are produced, price is 10 rupees. So total value of the commodity is 10,000. So we will take the value of goods and services like value of final goods and services produced in each sector during a particular year provides the total production of the sector for that year, and the sum of three sectors gives what is called the gross domestic product. You will see carefully in this definition it is given value of final goods and services. Students, it is the main precaution in calculating national income or gross domestic product. We will take only final goods and services. Why? To avoid double counting. What is double counting? Counting of the value of the commodity more than once is called the double counting. Why we avoid the double counting? Ask question from yourself. Why we avoid the double counting? Because it leads to overestimation of the value of goods and services produced. So, it becomes the main precaution to avoid the double counting. We take the value of only final goods and services. I will explain it with the help of simple example. Suppose farmer produce wheat, sells in 8 rupees. 8 rupees to flour mill. Flour mill purchase wheat in 8 rupees, convert it into flour mill and sells in 10 rupees to the baker. Baker purchase flour, wheat flour, convert into biscuit, sells in 20 rupees. So in this example, what is the final commodity? That is biscuit. Price 20 rupees. In the price of biscuit, price of wheat and wheat flour is already included. If we include again and again, then price becomes 38 rupees. It estimates it shows the overestimation of the value of a commodity. We will not pay 38 rupees, we will pay only 20 rupees. So this example shows that we will take only the value of final commodity. Yes, friends, I know due to lockdown period many students have not the books. So I have given detail of the topic so that you can make notes from the videos. Every student should make notes. Yes, students, again you can explain it. Farmer sells wheat to flour mill in 8 rupees. Then mill grinds the wheat, sells to baker in 10 rupees. Baker convert into biscuits. Biscuits are the final goods. So we will take only final goods. We avoid the intermediate goods because they are already included in the final goods. Yes, friends, I have taken one more table. It is given in your activity. Students, you know, paper pattern is changed now. 20 marks questions will be asked. Maybe fill in the blanks, match the following, or objective type questions or application based question. So you should clear each and every concept. Application based question means this table is given, may be asked, what is the value of final commodity? Value of output is given, what is the value added? In chapter 1 also, I have discussed some tables with you. Yes, friends, in this table, farmer produces wheat, value of output means he sells the commodity, 600 rupees. Earlier I have discussed if 1000 units are produced, price is 10, then 10,000 becomes the value of output. So value of output is 600. In my example, I had taken cost is 0. Intermediate consumption means cost in producing wheat. It is not compulsory you will take 0, you can take 100, 200 like this. But I have taken it 0. So value added. Value of output minus cost. It becomes 600. It is known as value added. Then flour mill purchase the wheat in 600 rupees. Cost is 600. Sells the wheat flour in 800 rupees. Then 200 is the value addition. Value added. Value added by baker is 200 rupees. So total value added is 1000. Farmer 600, flour mill 200, baker 200. Total value added is 1000. And price of the final commodity is also 1000. Yes, friends. Now, gross domestic product. Again, GDP is the value of all final goods and services produced within a country during a particular year. Again and again we say particular year. What is particular year? It is a financial year, 1st April to 31st March. Who is responsible to calculate GDP in India? In India, main task of measuring the GDP is undertaken by a central government ministry. This ministry, with the help of various government departments of all the Indian states and the union territories, collects information relating to total volume of goods and services and their prices and then estimate the GDP. Thank you, students.